Hey everybody, it's Lori, Pure Love Ascension. Welcome to my channel. Hey, it's been a while since we've chatted. So much has been going on in the world, and I'm going to leave that at that. That situation, I don't want to give it any kind of validity or energy. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, so if you're new to the channel, 2 years ago I had an Ascension awakening after the death of my father. And I went from 56 years of a life experience to the last 2 years of understanding that there's way more going on than we realize, and that we choose to come into these bodies and experience being human kind of in a sleep state and not fully consciously aware. And that's been quite a process. I've kind of been going over some of my journaling, and I came across something that I asked in the very beginning, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys. When I started using the pendulum, I made a connection to spirit, and it's served me well the last couple of years, and I do it on a daily basis. And I've created quite a relationship with my spirit guide and angels and ancestors and all kinds of stuff. But one of the first questions I asked that I was really curious about was, where do humans come from? And this was the answer that I received. The human species was created here, but is not an Earth creation. Many different alien races experimenting on the creatures that were here and added some of their own DNA. That is why there are many different human races, such as African, Chinese, Indian, etc. It depends upon the amount of the alien DNA. This is relating to the physical body. The spiritual essence inside comes from across the universe. That was very interesting to me. I found that it rang true for me when I really mulled that over in my mind, that we are physically put together, we are a creation, a physical creation, but that our soul, the essence of who we are, our light bodies, our light beings that mesh and combine and come into this body, come from a completely different part of the universe. And I found that fascinating. The most important things that I've learned in the last 2 years is going through the Ascension process is learning how to really love yourself, to accept yourself for who you are. You chose the body that you came into, the people in your lives, the experiences you experience. You created this now. You created everything, every experience you're having. And to come into a time where there's so much growth and expansion and learning and growing, challenges that were not foreseen, but yet you know that you chose to be in this body at this particular time. The resets, the conditions, the situations that you're in to learn and grow from has been challenging at times, but also rewarding in other ways. Sometimes it's hard to put all this into words. I have a much greater understanding of what's going on. The first things I did when I got started was I began keeping a journal. I would write everything I was thinking about down, my thoughts, my fears, positives, the negatives. I quickly realized that it was important to not think negative thoughts, to remove fear, to have some control. Once I understood that I'm creating this life, and that I do have some free will, that I had control over that. And when you have control over your thoughts, you're able to kind of redirect, ground yourself, keep yourself in a particular mode Then later I discovered the pendulum and connected with the spirit guide, and he's been an immense amount of help for me. Not only that, but he's a very good friend. We have a friendship, a relationship, which is really cool. And he's made it very clear that he is there to help, guide, and assist, and that he's part of a larger group, that we all have ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides that have been with us lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And I feel like one of the purposes that I am training myself for is so that in the afterlife, when it comes to be my time, that I'm going to be somebody's guide, somebody's ancestor, somebody's friend to help them get through all this. And I'm learning and growing through all of that. I have so much love in my heart for myself, so much love in my heart for other people. I used to be very judgmental. I was very self-centered. And sometimes I didn't like myself very much, but I can honestly say that now things have changed for me, and that I've accepted all of those parts of me that I don't resonate with anymore. But it gave me the contrast and the understanding to know that I am a completely different person. I choose to be the opposite of what I was. Everything was always about me. And I've grown from that experience, and I am not the same person I used to be. I don't let things bother me anymore. I don't hold things in. I know when to keep my mouth shut now. I know when not to share. That's important too. Not everybody understands what you're going through or what your beliefs are. Everybody's beliefs are different. You believe what you believe, and that's all there is to it. You don't always have to share with people, but you can communicate. I found that I'm able to listen to people a lot more, be more sympathetic to what's going on, be assistive, counselor type, role-playing, giving a lot more love and understanding to people. And seriously, the judgmental part, I feel so good about letting that go, because I don't judge people anymore. I don't hold on to grudges. I don't let those things take control over how I feel about myself. People have done bad things in my life. People will continue to do bad things. People will wrong you. People will lie to you. They will do whatever. And you can release all that and let it go and let it grow wings and fly away from you, or you can let it continue to eat away at you, to hold you down, to bring you down. And that's a choice that you're making with yourself. So really think about, that kind of stuff, because you'll take that with you when you leave. So the cleaner your system is, the more balanced and in control that you are in your mind, the less problems you're going to have when you leave here. But all the resentment and hate and anger and fear that you hold on to, when you leave here, you're going to have to deal with it anyway. So it's probably best that you deal with the situation now and cleanse yourself of it, and move on, than it is to wallow in that self-pity and anger and angst. You really have to let it go. And sometimes people don't know how to do that. It is very difficult. It was hard for me to do that, but I wanted to do what was best for me, and I wanted to give myself more than I had. And I was tired of feeling that way. And I wanted the opposite of what I was feeling. And the opposite of what I was feeling was love for self, love for others, not to be judgmental, to be fair and honest, not only with yourself, but with other people, to be a good person, to help people, help themselves, help yourself, to just be a good person. Because when I leave, I'm not going to have as much baggage. I'm not taking as much with me. And I seriously don't want to spend all that time in heaven, so to speak, dealing with that kind of stuff. I want to nail it here. I want to get it done, and I want to take care of it. And I want to be a better person, and I want to be the best version of me that I can be. And that's what I've really learned over these last 2 years. And being an awakened being, a conscious individual, takes work. This is work. It is deep, deep shamanic shadow work that you do with yourself. And you really get to know who you truly are. And I just started thinking to myself that I wanted to be different. I wanted to be not who I was, but I wanted to take those experiences with me so that I would understand the contrast, and that I want to feel the absolute opposite of all the things that I've felt bad in my life. I want to feel the good part of it. I want the contrast now, and I want to believe and understand that that I'm worthy of that. And you're worthy of that as a human being. We all are. It's whether you choose to act on it or not. And that's kind of what I've been feeling lately. My life is a little upside down, just like a lot of people's lives are. The changes are coming fast and they're hitting hard. And you kind of have to roll with the punches. You have to have a survival mentality about all this, just to keep your sanity. And I know I'm going to get through this. I know a lot of us are way worse situations than I am, but so many of us are dealing with the same things right now. And this uncertainty does create a little bit of fear, and I acknowledge that and I get it. But I know it deep in my heart, and when I really introspect, go into myself, I know that this is some type of reset. And this is for the betterment of all of us, for our highest good. And that we don't know it right now, but we will know in the future how this affected us and how this is changing not only ourselves, but the entire planet. And so it goes deeper than just, individually who we are. So as a collective, we are changing and growing for the better. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. It's good to see everybody, and so much love and appreciation, and stay positive. Continue to do the inner work. Believe in yourself. Love yourself like no other, and others will love you for that. And so on that note, enjoy your now. Be the best version of you can be. And I love everybody. And I'll be sending much love on the mass meditation that's coming up. Also check out Caroline and Patrick's channel. They've got some information about Lilith that was very interesting. So go over to their channel and check it out. I'll put it in the links below. And again, everyone, take care of yourselves. Love yourselves. And much love. And see you soon. Take care.